Hello, my name is Sonia Bennati and I am a journalist. We are here today to speak about efficiency and sustainability in packaging process. Specifically, we talk about the Clevertech packaging lines. Clevertech is an Italian company specialized in frontline and end-of-line solutions for all industrial sectors, food and non-food. The company has a large number of international customers, several multinational and leading companies, as for example, Henkel. Henkel doesn't need any presentation, of course. It is a multinational company specialized, as we know, in home care and personal care production. I'm very glad to speak with Mr. Vitomir Todorovic, Engineering Senior Manager Regional Engineering, Henkel Central Eastern Europe. Good morning, Mr. Todorovic.
Good morning. Thanks for the invitation for the talk.
Thanks for the interview. So, Mr. Todorovic, what about the collaboration with Clevertech? I know that Clevertech supplied several lines in several factories for you.
Yeah. In general, Henkel cooperates globally with Clevertech, and specifically for the region of Central Eastern Europe. And since many years, since I'm in Henkel, we cooperate mainly with Clevertech for end of lines. So on various plants here, and last years, most of our activities were done on our plant in Serbia, where we implemented a couple of new innovations, where we also work and get the support from Clevertech or finalizing the production lines.
I know that, so you had a successful path for both of you, because, for example, in Serbia, you have a lot of lines. The last one was sent probably some months ago, and the oldest some years ago.
Yeah, actually, there was, since 2013, the site is developing year on year with a wide range of products. So how it become site to very various number of products, so from toilet care to laundry care, and with a different type of packages we are packing. So what was our approach? To get a very flexible solution that can adapt for different kind of packaging. That's one side of the story. And second side of the story, as you know, it become more and more that we need to compact the solution, that we have extremely high speed on a low space, that we can consume as much as possible product and consume as less as possible footprint.
Okay, let's go deeply relating the vision of Henkel about the packaging. How much for you is important the packaging process, and why, and which are the criteria that you use to choose your suppliers?
So first, as usually, it's reliability and the trust between the companies. Then an agreement is always kept. That is the most important. And then is reliability of the equipment itself, that you have high efficiency and less, let's say, maintenance cost later on. And the last point is also flexibility during design of the equipment, but also during the operation. So those 3 points, I would say, are most important from our point of view, to have those 3 points evaluated together and to see that we get right support from the partner on all of them.
So I know that Henkel is very sensitive to the environmental issues and also to the sustainability. Can you tell us what intervention you are doing packaging-wise to reduce waste emission?
So our clear target is zero waste, and as much as possible using recyclable material, which can be recycled later on. So we are really trying to be a leader on that. So, and we see also that our partners need to follow, to be adaptable enough that when we work with the more, let's say, sensitive materials and more materials which are not easy to handle, you can find innovative approach and clever approach that we can handle that points with the right speed and right efficiency.
Okay, I see. Relating the savings, how much effective was the adopted solution and what saving it generates in that specific production process? I mean, can you quantify the cost saving in a year, for example, reduction, for example, in manual handling, for example, or a higher productivity?
Yeah, I will not go now into the numbers, but definitely main savings are, first of all, that you with one unit you can high speed you can send and load with the more lines, and that's for sure first savings in investment and in footprint, and the second of course with efficient work and operating machines very efficient, so it decrease the running time, and when you are decreasing the running time, that also the people cost and energy cost goes down, and as shorter as better we are, that of course reflect later on into the better costs.
Do you think that applying the Clevertech lines, you had some benefits in the logistic and in the space occupancy in your factories?
Definitely yes. So especially as we need now to have very flexible end-of-line solution for different customers where you need quarter pallet, half pallet, and a full pallet. Let's speak about that example. And flexible model, what we now installed, giving us really opportunity that all those products we can supply directly from the line without additional co-packing costs later on for the final customers and consumers. If you know now when you go to the shops that you have all those different packagings which are usually as a shelf ready. So this is the approach what we wanted to do directly out of the palletizer in order that we decrease later on costs which are building up later on in logistic chain and supply chain by preparing the packages and the pallets for the different customers and different wish.
Okay, and for example, when a big factory, a big company have to decide which kind of plants choose and how to place in the factory, needs a lot of points to discuss with the supplier. How Clevertech service supported you in these decisions? Was the team, the technical team, present and useful for you for value all the points to choose which line, how, and which is the best way to place the lines in your factories?
I think that's one of the strong pillars of Clevertech, to be part of design of the plants and to actively work with and very transparently with us. So it means whenever there are some ideas, so they are always happy to elaborate advantages and disadvantages and to propose alternative, let's say, more intelligent way of doing it. So we see this as a very important pillar for the future cooperation. And it was one of the most important points why we choose Clevertech as a partner here, exactly on that cooperation. So not waiting that everything is served. So really to elaborate with the team based on know-how they have worldwide, to cooperate with our know-how what we have, and then to come up with a couple of different proposals, and after the deep evaluation choose the best option. So that is the strongest point.
So it was a good collaboration.
I must say very good cooperation.
Would you recommend Clevertech to customers interested, for example, in buying front and end-of-line solutions to other companies like yours?
So then definitely not to the competitors, because we want to be ahead. So of course, recommendation on Clevertech on all those points what I mentioned during the talk.
Okay, just last question, and then you are free. Do you think that there is also saving in reduction of non-conformity with the introduction of these kind of automation?
So it really depends on the location. You do the activity, and depending on the product you want to do and the solution you want to have. So it's really complex question, and really depends where do you apply that points, on which region, on what are the costs for the specific product and specific area. So this is very complex question. There is no general answer. So, but definitely in most of the cases, there is advantages.
I want to thank you, Mr. Vitomir Todorovic, Senior Manager Regional Engineering, Henkel Central Eastern Europe, and Clevertech, the leading Italian company in frontline and end-of-line solutions.